It's October the 17th, Wednesday. It's a nice sunny day. I wanted to do a video yesterday, but it was pouring with rain and everything was very dark. So there was no point in even trying. You'll see the video at the beginning of my podcast has got some photographs of a nice autumnal walk that my husband and I did a few days ago. And since then the colours have progressed. Yukimushi are flying, they're little furry white bugs, and it's said that if snow is likely to fall within the next 10 days of seeing them. I don't think snow is that close, but it's on its way. And the swans have started flying south from Siberia, and we live right under a swan flight route, so we're seeing a lot of skeins of swans and hearing them as they go over. So yeah, winter's on its way, but not yet. Still wearing a t-shirt and just a light cardigan. So my name is Vicky. I live in Hokkaido in northern Japan. I'm English. My Instagram name is Iceflower Crochet. I have a Facebook page, Iceflower Crochet, and I'm on Ravelry as Iceflower Vicky, if you'd like to have a look. Okay, so getting on with the crochet. So I've got lots of things completed this week. I've been really productive, not necessarily on the things I should have been doing, but we'll skip past that. So there's one thing that I've been meaning to show you for a while, and I haven't. I didn't do this week. I did this before the summer. I saw somebody had made a daisy chain, and when I looked at the pattern, I didn't particularly like how they'd done it. So I went away and I thought of my own way. But this is a traditional daisy chain in yarn. So this is all individual daisies, and you can link them together. Do you remember making daisies chains? Did you make them as a kid? And you put a split in the stalk, and then you could link the next daisy to it. So that's what I've done. That was just pure frivol. I just wanted to see if it could be done, and it can. But I think it's really sweet. So you could put it up as a garland, or it could be something that your kids played with and made necklaces and crowns or whatever they wanted. So I'm quite pleased with that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. That was just an experiment, really. And other completed things, I've made 2 scarves this week. So this one, these are chevron scarves. This is a pattern that I like very much. I've memorised the pattern. I must have made 30 of them, maybe more. And they're very good small one-skein projects to have in a bag in my daily bag. So when I go shopping or out for the day, or I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I can crochet these. This is beautiful yarn. It's very soft. It's acrylic. And I have completely forgotten what it was, so I'll put it in the show notes. I think it was King Cole, but don't quote me on that. And it's a baby yarn, I do know that. And if you knit it, it would come up as a fair isle. You can see there's some of these spots that would come up as a fair isle pattern and stripes. But when you crochet it, your stitches are bigger and it comes out slightly different. But it's still really pretty, isn't it? So this is long enough to be looped either once or twice. That's the once. And if you wanted to loop it twice, that's fine too. And then it makes these are nice neat scarves for under a jacket or inside wear as much as outside wear. They're not super heavy and clunky scarves. So that's that one. And I made another one as well. Now this was yarn that I bought when I was in England this summer, and it's Hayfield. And again, I'll have to put it in the show notes because I forgot to bring the ball band upstairs with me. And it's black, and it's got this fantastic iridescent green glitter yarn thread mixed in with it. It's brilliant, isn't it? Oh, that confused the camera, didn't it? That's better. It's absolutely beautiful. I really like it. The colour is alive. It's iridescent. It's beautiful. It's mostly green, but there's hints of blue, and it really, really sparkles. But on this black base, it's sort of subdued as well. I think that would make a really lovely winter scarf with a jacket, or to go out at night. But I mean, even daytime, I think that's really good. I really like that one. And because the weather is beginning to get colder, I'm starting to think about hats and headbands and things like that. So I made this headband a few days ago, and this one would fit a 3 to 5 year old probably. It does stretch, it's got a lot of stretch, but it's too small to go on my head. But I put a lovely wooden button in the middle of the flower. And a headband of this width is good because you can have it on your head, but if your head gets hot you can pull it down and then it's a neat little cowl on your neck. So I like headbands of this width. They have double uses. And then I've been making hats. So I've been experimenting with patterns from The Hat and I. They're really beautiful. I really like her work. But she uses a lot of American worsted yarn, and I tend to use DK, which is finer. But I've been drooling after her patterns for a few months now, so I decided to buy some worsted yarn and to try making the hats. And I also wanted to see what sizes they come up in reality, because I can measure things, but I'm not very good at imagining what that will be. So this is the entire range of sizes of the spring fling hat that she has, and they've got a big daisy on the side. You can have it on the side or the front or any way you like, depending how you put your hat on. So this is officially 0 to 3 months. They're quite stretchy. They've got a lot of room. I think this would probably go a bit bigger than that. So that was 0 to 3 months. So this was 6 months to a year. I think the sizing is quite accurate. I borrowed a friend's daughter and tested them. Yeah, how cute is that? I love the flower. And so this one is toddler size. Now I think that would be a big toddler. But isn't it beautiful? And again, I don't know what it is about pink. It doesn't, my camera doesn't like it. It goes all blown out. But I really like that one. I like them all. I think they're really charming. And this is Child. Now that, this one fits me. See? So either I've got a small head or the sizes are generous. So that's a child size, but it would be a big child. So I would say the toddler size is more big toddler, small child. And I would say the 6 months to 1 year is more the 1 year end of things. That one, that's the 6 months to 1 year. And then I think the 0 to 3 months would go a lot longer than that, probably to a year. And then there's an adult size hat as well. Now, I don't know whether any adults really do want to have a daisy on their hat, but I like the grey and the white and the yellow combination. And I like the roll brim. So this one fits me too. This one's got a bit more give in it. So probably this is a better adult size. And my head is fairly small for an adult. So that's a good size adult hat, a proper adult hat. So I've made those, and they were made in Vanna's Choice worsted, and I like it, but I think I prefer Stylecraft Special better. I've bought a couple of Aran balls of that, and when I feel it, the Aran weight is very slightly lighter than the Vanna's Choice worsted, but it's near enough that I think that it would make a minimal difference in the size. But this yarn is perfectly nice, and it comes in really nice colours, and it comes in colours that the Stylecraft doesn't, so I'd probably use it interchangeably in the future. So what else have I made? I've got my notebook here with my list of things. Oh yes, and of course I made these butterflies. So I had a butterfly giveaway a couple of months ago now, and these ones, I've sent the giveaway butterflies away, and these ones I made a few days ago, and I will be putting them up on my Facebook page. They're very cute. I really like them. And this one, I've beaded the body. So I think that's prettier than the crocheted chain body. So these have got glass beads on, which I think is very sweet. And then straps, keychain straps that are the same colour as the butterflies. So that's everything I've done, I think. So let's go on to works in progress. Lots of things going on. My Kissing Circles purple blanket, the purple yarn arrived a few days ago, so I've done nothing this last week, but the yarn is there and I'm going to start working on that again this week. My Shockwaves blanket, a bit of progress. That's the progress keeper from last week, and I've done that much. And I've had an idea. This end is the short end of the blanket, and I'm wondering about not sewing the ends in but adding more and fringing the end. Now this is a commission, so I'm going to ask my customer, my friend, what she thinks, but I think that it would be really cool if these were thicker. It would just add a bit more texture to the blanket. So I'm not going to sew any ends in yet until we've decided what to do. So that's coming along. It's, I would say, a third of the width that we need, maybe a little bit less, a quarter perhaps, but it's getting there. It's nice and solid already. I really like this one. And two people have asked me for wash mitts. So one lady asked for the mousse that I showed you in a previous podcast, and it's a very odd mousse, and she also asked for a penguin, and I didn't have any black cotton, so that was also in the order that the purple yarn came in. It's arrived, so I've got to make a penguin, but I need a really sunny day. I hate crocheting black yarn, my eyes aren't very good. And another person asked for two wash mitts, a chick and a frog. So I finished the chick, did that, finished that last night. I worked on that on and off all day yesterday. And the frog, I've got the body done and the bottom and his tummy, and he needs eye bumps and eyes and a mouth, well, eye bumps and a mouth. So hopefully he'll be done in the next few days, but today is going to be a busy work day, and tomorrow, Thursday, is always my super busy work day, and I don't ever get anything except work done on a Thursday. So it might be the weekend when he gets finished. So they're in progress. And my corner to corner blanket, I haven't started yet, but the yarn has arrived. I showed you that last week. I'm just leaning out of shot just a minute. So it's all set up in my box, ready to go. I think those colours together are beautiful, and I'm going to really enjoy making it. And Zines and Roger, Zines of Zenons and Roger, has got a corner to corner crochet along that started last week, and it's going on until mid-November, so that's really good timing, and I'm going to count this as my crochet along C2C corner to corner project. But so far nothing's happened. So that is everything that I'm have finished and I'm working on at the moment. So hopefully by the time the next podcast goes out, the wash mitts will have been made and gone. I'd like to have some more hats done. I'd like to have some more kissing circles done. I'd like to at least have all the centres that I need to finish the blanket completed. I'm not sure yet. And I'd like to start the corner to corner. So that's my upcoming plans. And so the next thing is incoming goodies, and it's been a really good couple of weeks. So some of the things I've bought, some of the things I've been given. So the first thing is my yarn order. So I said that my purple yarn arrived. There it is. How nice is it en masse? Love this purple. And this is the Vanna's Choice worsted weight yarn, and this one is the Stylecraft Aran. So I bought just one to compare weights, and I think they'll go quite well together. And also Stylecraft has a couple of new yarns out at the moment, so I bought one to see what I think of it. Where is it? It's at the bottom of the bag, of course. So this is it. It's called Stylecraft Bellissima, and it's lovely. I haven't crocheted with it yet, but it's very soft, and the yarn is it is acrylic, but it's got quite a it's fairly woolly. it bounces like wool, but it doesn't have the scratch of wool, and the yarn is very smooth and very round. It's going to have lovely stitch definition. You can see that the way it's in the ball. So I thought that I might make a chevron scarf with that, because that'll show the stitch definition, and it'll let me know how I feel about crocheting with it. And there's the colours are lovely. They're very rich yet muted. Berries and blues and clouds, and really nice colours. So I can see a few projects in my future using this. So that was my yarn order. Just a minute. They've all the balls have fallen out of the bag. Just a minute. And other incoming goodies. Well, this one I bought myself as well. I went to a local home centre. We're looking for a new sofa and armchair for downstairs, because the one that we've got is 18 years old and has been repaired multiple times. And recently the legs have taken to separating from the back, so you're sitting there at night and suddenly there's this crunch and the whole thing goes lopsided, and then we have to glue it back together again. It's pathetic. So we need a new sofa. And so while we were looking around, we think we found one, but now we have to save some money. I found these, and they're supposedly Christmas decorations, mushrooms, but I think they're really cute, and I'm just going to have them around in my craft room. I like mushrooms. They were very cheap. And my friend, my local friend who lives in the same town as me, and our kids are classmates, she went on holiday a couple of weeks ago, last week, and she brought back this beautiful wooden egg. There's a bird on it that's not showing. Where is it? There. Hand painted wooden egg, and it's lovely. I suppose it's a Christmas decoration, but I'm going to just keep it out. I think that's a perfectly reasonable year-round decoration. It's lovely, isn't it? So thank you for that. I'm going to hang it up on my wall of lovelies. And then another friend has sent me a whole bag of English goodies. Just a minute, they're around the corner. So many things. So it's in a big canvas bag, which is also usable, and she had a visitor who brought lots and lots of English goodies across to Japan, and she said that he brought too many and would I like to share some. So of course I said yes please. So in this little pouch there's all kinds of little goodies like mints. Now anybody who lives abroad from their home country will know how much you miss things, from, particularly food and sweets, from your home country, and I'm no exception. So there's some English polos, and there's some muesli bars and chocolate bars. So many things in there, lots and lots of little things. It was slightly fuller, but I got there first. And she's also sent me some muesli, and this is the best, this is the best, this is the best. Mince meat for mince pies. You cannot buy that in Japan. It's very, very difficult to get hold of. A few years ago it was in some import stores, but I haven't seen any for a couple of years. So Christmas, thank you very much. That's going to be brilliant. And then lots and lots of these are really nostalgic flavours. Jamaica ginger cake, even a golden syrup cake, This arrived a few days ago and I've been really restrained because I wanted to show you how good am I. Serene malt loaf bars, mini ones, all different flavours. How cool is that? And then there's some headache powders and some newspapers even. She lined the bottom of the bag with some newspapers, which I have been reading. And then Marmite, love it or hate it. It's quite difficult to find here. It's I think if you lived in Tokyo, some of these things would be more available, but we don't. And all of this is really valuable, and I shall enjoy every bite, and I shall hide some of the better stuff from my gannet of a teenage boy. These are in my craft room, which he never comes into, so he hasn't found them yet. But I will share some of the others, like this sort of stuff I'll share with him, and I shall keep that to Christmas. So thank you very much, that was very kind. So yes, all in all, it's been a really happy few days of getting exciting things in the post, which is quite unusual. Okay, I've just forgotten a couple of things. So I finished Big Blue Blanket and it needed to be posted, so I made a video before I mailed it away, and I will insert that video after this main part so that you can see Big Blue in all its glory before it went away. And there's also one more work in progress that I forgot. I've started working on Christmas cards. So this is crochet cotton and a wooden snowflake and then a glass bead and just a simple stamp. And this is a cardstock that I bought in England when I was on holiday there in the summer, and on the back of the envelope I added a word as well. So I'm going to make some more of those, and I've got a whole lot of different coloured snowflakes and a few other Christmas die cut wood die cut. There's a snowman and a Santa, I think, and a gingerbread man, and I've been crocheting the backing for them. I don't know, that's not a snowflake, is it? Is it a rosette, a flower? Don't really know what it is. So far I've done red and green, and this is Japanese yarn that I bought here. But in a previous order, a yarn order to Wool Warehouse, which is where I buy most of my yarn, the Shepshires Maxi is a really reasonable price, a good amount of yarn, thread. This is fine thread. So I bought two colours just to see how it was, the Maxi Sweet Treat. So of course it's 100% cotton. You get 140 metres, 25 grams, but it's a squidge finer than this. So at the moment these were done on a 2mm hook, and this one recommends a 1.25 to 1.5. I'd use a 1.5, there's no need for it to be so fine. So I'm going to use this in the next upcoming days, don't know when, to continue with making the backing, and I'll let you know what I think. It's not quite as mercerised, and this isn't exactly glossy, but it does have more of a sheen than this one. But they're still nice. Well, they're still fairly sheeny, you can see. So I'll decide which one I like better, but these are cheaper. So that was another work in progress that got in out of order. Sorry about that. And got to turn my page. Blast for the past. That's the last thing I think I want to talk about. Oh no, I've got another incoming goodie. So I ordered this bag from Kathryn of Crafternoon Treats, and she didn't make this, somebody else, her friend made it, and she put it up for sale, and I looked at this bag for a couple of weeks and then I decided to buy it, which was very frivolous, and I don't regret it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that butterfly print. How beautiful is that? And the back is plain, and the handles are polka dot, and there's a polka dot fabric tie to close the bag. And inside it's lined white. So I think, at least 3 or 4 balls would go into there plus your project. So this would be a good small blanket project. It wouldn't hold an enormous one, but it'll be really good for maybe my corner to corner blanket, because that's not going to be very big. So I can't wait to start using that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And the colours are just gorgeous. And I also ordered a progress keeper. So this is how it comes, and I think because the plastic is a bit shiny, I'll take it out and show you. So this is a Yarndale-esque sheep. So Yarndale is a very big yarn and fibre show held in Yorkshire every year. It was just a couple of weekends ago. Is that focusing? No, focus please. Anyway, it's very cute. So I'm going to put that on probably my corner to corner blanket, because he's so sweet. So I should be using that a lot. Thank you. So that really is the last of my incoming goodies. Put him away, keep him safe. Blast from the past. So my room, the light still isn't great. This wallpaper isn't cream. I don't know whether it's showing darker on my camera or not. It's like a bone white with pink rosebuds, and it's not a room that I could live in. It's far too busy, and in fact when we chose the wallpaper it wasn't a craft room, it was a bedroom, and as a bedroom it works well. As a craft room it's not great, because ideally I think you need plain walls to show off your work, but whatever, I still like it. And it's the only girly room in our house because we've got 2 boys, and I've got 2 boys and a husband, so I'm outnumbered by men. So I wanted some cushions that would go on the bed. So I made, this is a corner to corner pattern, so I made a corner to corner cushion cover, and I just did a big white granny square on the back, and it's got little green flower buttons to hold it. And the good thing about a granny square backing is that the crochet holes are big enough that you don't need to make buttonholes, so it's very lazy. So I made 2. I made this one. These are Stylecraft colours. This is pistachio and that's pale rose. And I don't know if that's dark pink or fiesta. I think it might be dark pink. I made these a while ago, a couple of years now, so I can't really remember. And the green isn't actually the perfect green for this room, but it was the nearest I could get at the time. And then I used the same colour, the same yarn, and I made a solid granny square just with stripes. And I like this one. This is well, I like them both. I like the way they sit together as well. And again, it's just got a plain granny square for the back and bigger wood buttons, patterned wood buttons that I had in stash. So I didn't actually buy anything specifically for this project. So they sit on the bed and don't serve any purpose really except decorative, because I don't sit on the bed. I sleep in it occasionally when we have guests, but I chuck these on the floor when I go to bed. So they're just pretty. And that's it today. So that's a fairly short podcast, but I wanted to get another one up. So in the next couple of weeks I'll put another one up, by which time it should be very autumnal or even beginning of winter. We have short spring and autumn in this place, and then we have well, fairly short summers too, and then a very long white winter, which is depressing, to be honest. On the other hand, Christmas is coming, and that's fun. So I'm already somewhat in Christmas mode with my Christmas card ideas and hats. Hopefully there'll be some more hats to show as well next time. So goodbye from Hokkaido. Oh, I just wobbled the camera. Goodbye from Hokkaido, and see you next time. Bye. Okay, so this is going to be added to my podcast because I need to get this sent. I said I'd send it Monday and I didn't. I said I'd send it yesterday, but I was ambushed by a sudden walk. So it's got to go out today. Today's very cloudy and not very good weather, and the light is terrible, so I don't know how true the colours are going to be. But I finished Big Blue and it's going off to its new home. So this was the border I decided on. I did use the denim colour that I thought I would. So first of all I did a dark navy single crochet, and then white, and then 3 rows of the denim, and then another fine single row of white, and then finished off with navy blue. So it's very simple, but it makes a good border, and this has ended up really big. It's about 120 centimetres. Let me stand up and see if I can get it all in. It's not going to all get in, is it? But you can see it's a good size for 2 people to cuddle up under, which is good because it's a wedding present. So that is Big Blue, and now that I've shown it to you, I'm going to pack it up in its own nice bag with some ribbons and send it off on its new journey, its journey to its new life, now, before I get sidetracked with something else again. So I'll carry on with this podcast later. Bye.